Welcome back to the show. Well, a suggestion to introduce pink women-only carriages on trains has been met with criticism from feminists and commuters. But a rail, tram and bus union spokesman says more needs to be done to protect female commuters from thugs, grubs and perverts on public transport.
Oof.
Time now for the Mixed Grill with Carl Stefanovic and Shelley Horton. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Shelley, you are very fired up on this.
I am so fired up about this, and the first thing that fires me up is saying feminists don't want this because, you know, it's being sexist. I am a feminist and I want it. I'm sorry, but 1 in 3 women in their lifetime are a victim of sexual assault. So if we can do anything to make them feel safer, make us feel more protected. I've been assaulted on a train in Brisbane when I was at university, and a guy put his hand in between the crack in the seat and was feeling my butt. I didn't report it. I was just really embarrassed and uncomfortable. So I think that the incidence of assault and that sort of situation is way bigger than we think, because a lot of women just don't report something like that. It doesn't have to be violent. It can just be making you feel really uncomfortable.
Not all men are thugs, grubs and perverts, though.
Of course not,
You know?
but there are
most
some.
of us, if we saw something like that happen, would take exception to it and do something about it as a man.
I don't think they do. I actually don't think they do. I think there's plenty of guys who take the opportunity, if the tram or the train is really full, that they'll rub against you.
Yeah, they'll do it in a small way.
It's
will do it in a
subtle,
small way, yeah.
and they do it all the time.
And there was the guy who was upskirting a woman last week.
Just last week.
Yeah, nobody else saw it. She saw it.
And
So
I think
all blokes are bad then on
no,
trains?
I'm not saying that at all. But
So
I'm saying
how many
everything
times,
we do, we
what
need
you're
to
saying
protect
is,
women. We need to make them feel
You're saying
safe.
blokes on a train rub themselves up against women. It's disgusting. I wouldn't do that.
I'm not saying that you're doing that. I'm saying that it's... I don't know what it was. I'm saying that it does happen, and so therefore we really need to be erring on the side of being very safe.
Well, I can put it to you that, look, I don't know, and look, I'm sure it's happened and it's unforgivable. But as a man, if that happened, if I saw that happening, and as one that would never rub themselves up against a woman in that situation, I think it's abhorrent.
Absolutely, but do you have a problem with us having one carriage just for women?
Well, I don't have a problem with it, but I'd want to be in it.
Oh, please.
Only because it'd smell
you're
nicer.
a big girl?
It'd smell nicer. Blokes stink.
You're not welcome, Carl. You're not welcome. I'm telling you now.
No. And how about this? In France, it could soon be illegal to have to check your work emails from home. The legislation is yet to be passed, but has a lot of support from locals. Carl, do you check your emails at home?
Look, I don't. I just think that's a really difficult one to police. This is the country, and I love France and I love Paris particularly, given what they've gone through. But they just had a national debate and legislation debate over working more than 35 hours a week. You know, work now goes into private life. I don't think you legislate it. It's a personal choice. That's all it is.
Shelley?
I don't know anyone who works 40 hours a week. Everyone works longer hours. I actually think that it is also part of your choice to further your career, to be involved. I don't think it needs to be legislated. I think it's something that if you want to set personal boundaries, then you should be able to.
The only irritating thing about that is the impatience that people have. They send you an email and they want an answer within half an hour, no matter what time they send it.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Finally, there you go. Finally, we have to see this once again, the creepy doll. We just can't get enough of this.
Well, this is
morning.
just ingenuity, isn't it?
Yeah, this is this guy who's created for $50,000 a Scarlett Johansson who actually looks a lot more like Kristen Stewart to me.
Yeah, weird.
And she can bow and she can nod and she can wink.
She can bow.
And she's got...
How subservient.
Yeah.
Well, how appropriate, given that he spent $50,000 on it.
With the size of her boob, she can't stand upright.
No,
Yeah.
no, that waist is going to snap at any moment.
This is offensive. You've been joking about it, but I just think, I hope she sues him. Like, doesn't she have copyright over her own body and her own likeness? I just think it's so
Are you saying the robot
creepy.
sues or Scarlett?
No, Scarlett. So creepy. And I just don't want to know what he's getting up to behind closed doors with that robot.
That's a terrible thing to suggest.
Oh, really?
That's a terrible thing. Look at him. He's not getting up to anything, that bloke.
The robot that bows.